welcome anybody who is hanging out with us here tonight. We're 20 sides to every story, and we are continuing our playthrough of Wrath of the Warden, the first chapter of the Throne of Thorns epic campaign series that is kind of the heart and soul of Symbaroum. You learn pretty much everything you need to know about the setting through this campaign. So, where last we left off, we don't have to go into exhaustive detail, but basically, the characters had returned from an expedition down into the sinkhole that has surfaced here in Thistlehold, that opened up right after this loud clang, kind of the harbinger of all sorts of terrible things that happened. But they went down and they investigated this. Oh, we got a clink here. Clink. Little stone cold noises happening. So
Yeah.
thanks for the clink. Uh, so they on their way up from their expedition down into the sinkhole, um, there was the town is still kind of cleaning up the wreckage and everything, not just from the sinkhole, but also from all of the violence that was perpetrated by the so-called Beast Clan that emerged from there. And as you guys were coming up out of the sinkhole, one of you, I think, passed a vigilant test and noticed, probably Reg, noticed that Anadia, her body, this individual that you were trying to meet with, and really was the original reason why you came to Thistlehold, her body was being pulled from the wreckage, and you fast talked the guards a little bit, and they're trying to deal with so much volume of cleanup that it wasn't really too much effort to get the body from them and be able to kind of check out her person and see, what did she have on her, any clues, because you really don't know much about her other than there's like kind of a loose association with the elves potentially, but next to nothing about the elves, so that's kind of not that helpful for trying to figure out what she knew. And everything that is going on in the town, from the barbarians and the witches coming forth, the sinkhole appearing, whatever she knew, because she had suggested that she knew that something bad had been brought into town. There can be no doubt that this is real, like, because bad shit is already kind of happening, and everything is pointing to there could be some calamity on the horizon, but we don't know anything yet. You search the body. You found a letter that was written very cryptically, and probably, I I don't know. I guess I shouldn't put thoughts in your head, but I think Val, maybe you yourself had gotten a weird letter like this once upon a time, and so it seemed like maybe elves had written it. It was very coded, and it had maybe some clues in there, but you guys just haven't. You, as the knowledge that you have right now, haven't been able to make heads or tails of it. But maybe someday you'll meet somebody that you can show this to. But um, you also found a medallion that was a holy symbol for the sun god Prios. So that's a lead. Um, what else? There was a golden, like a pearl, which I don't know that you've really looked at yet. You may want to, potentially you'll do that here tonight. And what was the third thing? A key. I think you found a key among her persons, and maybe you found some coin. I don't really remember, but those were the primary things that you found. Um, After finding the body, you did some things. I think you went and talked to the barbarians for a bit. Kind of traded maybe some low stakes information with them. I think that was it. I think that was pretty much what happened last time. And then it was getting late, so you guys were gonna go back to, what was it? The Witch and Familiar, I think, is the name of the inn where
Yep.
you were staying. Um, so maybe we'll just open with that, as you are. We'll say it's still the evening that you're coming back. You've walked through Thistlehold all the way back to your so-called kind of lodgings here. Again, it's a three-story building, really big. Like it probably takes up like a whole city block, and the unique thing about where you're staying is it's sort of designed each level almost like a campground on the inside. Like the floors, the walls, everything is kind of coated in moss and vegetation. Um, there's animals roaming around, grazing, and you stay in kind of like these little like huts within a building. It's supposed to replicate. This is a establishment that is owned by um, barbarians and I believe Zarek clan barbarians. So Gretel, you might be kind of like this might be kind of familiar to you because um, the Zareks the their territory borders where you come from, and so these are the people that you
Ah,
would have like. You know, you'd be familiar. You'd be like, okay, like I recognize like the the dishes that are on the menu. Like all
yeah.
this is very familiar to you. Um, So anyway, you all are able to come in here. I won't role play through like a whole scene or anything, but you probably are picking up that there is some anxiety amongst the staff here. Um, you know the whole thing with the barbarians being outside of town, the witches emerging from the woods on the backs of these big beasts has gotten people kind of riled up, and anybody that is a barbarian that is living within the walls of Thistlehold is probably just worried about some kind of reprisal against them. You know, add into that the things that came out of the sinkhole all looked like barbarian kind of people that had dabbled in dark magic. So, um, yeah, just a lot of angst about like, you could maybe when you walk in, maybe the scene would be that the guy that owns it, uh, I'd have to look his. I don't know what his name is escaping me, but you could see him maybe in some negotiation to hire on a couple of extra security guys to like watch the building or whatever. But be that as it may, you really don't have to interact with them. You're already prepaid, so you head over to your couple of huts. You got a little campfire kind of thing. They ventilate this thing so that the smoke can escape out the building and everything. You can still have like a campfire next to your little circle. So I'll turn it over to you just in case there is. I think you have kind of an idea meta wise that you're going to go and do some things tomorrow, but in character maybe you want to make sense of like what is the plan or what are we trying to do and all those types of things.
There was an inscription on the symbol of Prius that we found. No,
Yes, I think it said something to the effect like to my beloved daughter Anadia, or it seemed like some kind of like a personal, like maybe this was a gift from somebody. I think it even used the word daughter, perhaps.
I thought so.
Donadia, my beloved daughter. Yes.
And this was which item again?
It was a
The
symbol of Prius,
Symbol
like
of
a
Prius.
necklace or
That's
something.
right.
So my thought is, if we're thinking that we want to try to suss out her true allegiances, right? And we are thinking to talk to, was it Father Serval
Turbola?
Servola?
no, just
Could we?
let me just make a distinction here. So Sarvola is a is heretical. He is in Thistlehold, but
Oh, okay.
so you could go to him first, but there's probably something about this holy symbol that makes you would probably be more associated with the Sun Church, like
Yeah.
the actual temple. So just want to make sure that you understand there are two different places, and
Gotcha.
you're free to
Okay.
go to wherever, but just so you understand that there would be two. There's a
Yeah.
shabby place where Sarvola is serving soup somewhere, and then there's the big huge temple with the golden dome. You know that.
Yeah. I think that's where we want to go. So I think Gnosis's thought is that we could possibly try to suss out some information by, you know, saying, this is somebody who we found their body or whatever, in the troubles, and that we want to try to return this this piece of jewelry or this symbol of Prios to the father and let them know their daughter's fate. And maybe trying to, through that ruse, find out some information about if they even know who she is, and how they act and things like that.
And I think Val will say, I'm gonna follow your lead here. The only thing I want to make sure I stress is that no mention should be made about the Iron Pact, because that would imperil us all,
Yeah.
just by association. And I'm saying, and Val is like, and I have to confess that I do have an association. So I want to be clear. I don't want you be associated with it if you don't feel like it, but there is, like, I would be lying to you if I would deny that. So just throwing it out there for you to know, but also recommending caution on that specific angle of it.
Well, and I do think if they know that she is a associate of the Iron Pact, then that would sort of flag us anyway. But if we
True.
approach it in such a fashion that if we come up with a good enough backstory about why we want to return this symbol,
Yep.
this person acted valiantly and protected blah blah, or whatever, something, then maybe we would seem, enough innocent enough that they wouldn't necessarily pursue it, or would give us, the benefit of the doubt, and at least maybe see if they know who this is. Was this a member of your flock? Who is the father? And then we could, again, see how they react, see what information we get, and see if it leads us to anything. That's the only thing I can really think of.
The thing I would add to this is, from what I can tell from the cryptic Elven message, okay, so not me, but the message itself alludes to Anadia, because this was on her, so I assumed that message for her, but that's an assumption, was going through some sorrow that would have led her to accept working on behalf of the Iron Pact, or at least the elf that contacted her seemed to believe that that was a sufficient enough motivation to potentially accept meeting with her. And if you pair that together with the medallion from her mother, would potentially indicate that she had sustained the loss of someone dear to her, potentially the mother, whose medallion reportedly, she reported, like it's a fact, she was carrying. So that would, again, by assuming and deducting, could potentially speculate that strife and sorrow mentioned in the message pertain to somehow losing her mother in a tragic fashion. So I think that's where we could start from, right? We have to assume that the mother is dead, that the way in which she died was particularly sorrowful for Anadia, and that perhaps the circumstances of the death would have led her to think about abandoning her flock. Because if the circumstances of death of the mother were aligned with Prios's faith, why would the elf would have tried to play that to turn her to work for the Iron Pact? And I'm making a lot of assumptions here, but they're logical. So just enriching this potential, like, painting that we're trying to paint with the details we can infer from the message itself. So however you want to leverage that to kind of appeal to the Prius church, I don't know how, but keep that keeping that in mind.
And so I was trying to remember the letter. It was coded, right? So we're not sure of the full message, or we understood the full message of the letter.
Let me read it to you again. So the message reads, "Friend in strife and sorrow, this offer is the only you will receive. Decline and mourn alone. Accept and follow my confidant. We will meet where no tear falls in vain. I am waiting. You are needed. Teara, Teana. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm just gonna pronounce it the way it's written. Thank you, Alex. That's awesome.
And so I guess the assumption is that it could somebody died, perhaps, right? They're mournful, they're mourning alone, right? So yeah, that's accurate. Where did you come up with the idea that it's a mother, or do we have a hint to who it could possibly be, or no?
No, I'm putting together the message with the inscription on the back of the medallion, right? So again, assumption there, the strife and sorrow and the mourning that an idea, the message to an idea refers to, might pertain to the mother, but that's a stretch.
Yeah.
A logical one, but nonetheless a stretch.
Right. Yeah.
And
So
the other,
no, go ahead.
and the other stretch is it should have been something that would have persuaded an idea to depart from the flock of Prius, because what other hook would the app would have had, right?
No, I mean, it's logical. It could fit. What I'm trying to think is, how do we use that to inform whatever story that we're using, right? Like, do you think the idea of using the symbol of Prius and trying to return it to family members is a good ruse? Or are we thinking that, family members are dead?
No, I think it's a good one, but I think keep in mind that one potential angle for this is we're trying to return a lost sheep to the flock, right? And so try to elicit from whoever we're talking to the deeper story of perhaps an idea, if they happen to know who she was or who her mother was, and the secret of the death, that would be independent corroboration of something bad happened to the mother. An idea was torn and sorrowful, hence she perhaps was the perfect mark for the Iron Pact to approach at that moment. But again,
we're not
I don't
talking
know
about
this.
the Irish. We're not talking about the Iron Pact, though. Correct?
No, well, hopefully not. I wouldn't.
No. Yes, that's why. So we don't say that about the Iron Pact then.
That's why I don't even know if I want to allude to her being lost sheep of the flock.
You're
Right.
You're right.
We just say we're looking to find out.
Just very innocently, this woman acted bravely. We watched her protect men, women, and children.
You could say that she protected me somehow.
Yeah, there we go.
Sure, yeah.
Saved our life. Saved our life.
Sure.
Saved all of our lives from the Beast Clan.
I'll talk her up. Yeah, sure.
She had this medallion. Clearly, is a Prius medallion. We want to return and
to the family.
Her. Boom.
Yes. Yep. Boom. And that's our
into one of their hearts. Sure.
Is this a member of your flock? Do you know who this is? Do you know how we can get in touch with the family? Simple. And then see what they reveal to us through their facial expressions, through their reactions, what they say. Even if they say, "Oh, we don't know who it is," we really pay attention to how they're saying it and the way they're standing, and you know what I mean, to try to suss it out. That's what we need. You, Val, and Gretel, you're probably pretty good at that too. So I think you guys should really be. I think me and Reg maybe use the words to betwixt and bewilder, you guys really observe and see what they're saying without saying it.
You think they were like maybe like a glaive user? Should I say that maybe they used a glaive against one of them, or what do you think? Or like maybe a sword?
What weapon did they have on their body? Did they have one?
I don't think she had any weapon.
No.
Fist fighter.
She didn't look like a warrior to me, but hey.
Should we rethink the idea of her then saving us?
I mean, you don't need to be a warrior to save someone. Like, if you out of charity,
that is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I kind of want to what if they were a good person and maybe we want to kind of talk them up a bit in their memory and such, honor them?
They ran. There was Beast Clan threatening a group of children. She threw herself in front of the Beast Clan to protect the children. She was killed. The children escaped. it was a great deed that we witnessed, saved many lives. You know, maybe something like that. Just save the
Okay.
kids.
Right.
No weapons, just body shield.
Right. I
Just
don't think
face.
I could cry, but I'll try.
I mean, what do you think? Then we don't
I
have
would
to
keep
make up
this.
weapons or anything.
I say let's keep this less grandiose as possible because we don't want to kind of, throw too much attention for someone to double check
Right.
us. So let's say she helped us.
Okay.
We're here. It's a microcosmos
Right. No,
that we can
no
control.
kids. Got it.
Yeah, let's keep the kids out for now
Okay,
that they might
okay.
want to check. But
Right.
other than that, I have no other counter
So what did
argument.
she do to save us? What did she?
Bare hands is what I'm going to say. That seems like
She
it's
said
good enough.
Prius will ensure we're safe, and
Sure.
she fearlessly confronted the enemies, not caring for her what happened to her, and she
Mm.
was felled, and we made it out alive as she prophesied,
We mourn her
Yeah.
and we mourn her, and we want to honor her.
by giving their medallion back to their family. Sure. Okay. I will
think that
remember
works.
that, I'm sure, and I will not mess up, I promise.
I think we can do it. I think we got it.
We wish to return a kind soul's medallion back to their family.
Also, it's like
Yeah.
the Church of Prios. What are they going to do? Like, I mean, I get it. They could do something bad, right? But, I mean, if we're just going in there and talking, they're not going to immediately think we're Iron Pact. I mean, we only know that,
Well,
right?
Again, we pay attention to their reaction. If it seems like they're sus, right, and we start noticing some dark
maybe-
cloaks behind our
Maybe I
backs,
have
maybe we
stomach troubles, right? Stomach troubles, then they'll be, gotta go. We gotta
Reg,
go.
I don't know
This
about
ain't
you,
good.
but if I look ourselves in the mirror, and he points at Gnosis, Reg, and myself, he's gonna leave Gretel aside for this, but it's like we don't look like the perfect Prius folk.
Loyal
To be
is like
clear.
snoring in the hut behind you, just sawing logs.
That's fine.
So, in fact, it might be best, Gretel, if you do the talking. Honest.
I can't be trusted to talk.
I'll do it then.
you
It's fine.
are the only
I'm
Amrit
ready.
among us.
Yeah.
I am. Let's see.
And yeah, if
my
they notice my elfy ears, they're really going to be sus. You might not want me around for this conversation.
Well, why don't you just change into something else?
Perfect.
like in
idea.
character, she probably would be a good option. It's just out of character. I'm like, oh, I'm so bad at talking out of character.
Well,
That'll be fine.
you don't need to RP it if you don't feel comfortable. You could just say, "This is what I am conveying," or whatever.
I just still like, it's a lot of information, and I always like jumble it up. When I try to do it in character, I'm like, dang it, that's not what I meant. So
Faith in you, Jenna. Come on.
I'll give it a
And
try.
even if you screw it
Yeah,
up,
you
it's
do it.
gonna be awesome RP experience.
Yeah,
so we're gonna love it.
TPK. It'll be fine.
Yep.
We got your back. We got your back.
All
Yeah.
right.
Don't worry. And if not, my character will just pretend they have to use the restroom, and then we'll.
Oh yeah, perfect. Oh yeah. We go by the high school girl rules. Everyone has to go to the bathroom as a pack. No one can go by themselves.
Teen Girl Squad. Yay!
I mean, of all the places that you could have to go, I feel like the Sun Temple probably has like the best facilities. So
I'd say, I'd say so. It's pretty nice.
We've really been looking forward to using your privs. Let me tell you.
it's like it's all marble, you know.
I was gonna say it might be a little bit higher than the rest of the city, you know.
Yeah.
The plumbing's a little better. Yeah.
Oh, hey, thanks, Marine, for the sub. 90 months in a row.
Oh,
Yep. We're
damn.
there now.
All right. So, any other discussion or things that you all need to do, or do we fade to black and come back in the morning?
Sure.
We have kind of a plan.
There's a bit of a partial plan. There's some bullet points that Gretel's studying overnight to make sure she gets it. And in the morning, you wake up. At this point, like probably you guys probably get up as early as you can, knowing when the Sun Temple would be like open to the public, because you are also like on kind of a time crunch in a way, because I don't know if I've done a good job explaining this, but the barbarians and the two witches that are hanging outside have said that they kind of said, okay, we could sort of be patient with you. If you want to solve this on your own terms, we'll give you 3 days. But after 3 days, we're coming in there. Like like we'll march right through the fucking wall and we'll deal with this ourselves, which is
Not ideal.
whatever this thing is that's going to maybe kill people within the town. This would cause greater death, because right now the barbarians and the Embrians like more or less get along. Like they don't see eye to eye, but they're not in open warfare. This is the kind of thing that could cause a lot of problems all throughout the region. So there's that that is kind of going on as well, a little bit of a side conundrum, if you will. So I imagine you guys get up probably like real early, probably trying to get down to the Sun Temple probably just after daybreak. As soon as they would be open to the public, you're heading down there. Let's say kind of the equivalent of like 7 a.m. or so. And if you're looking at the map here, like this, where your token is right now is where the Witch and Familiar is. And so you'd be making like the journey over to the other side of town, this little spot here on the map where you can see this little kind of copper circle is where the Sun Temple is. There may be a map for this area. Map. Yes. Okay. I'm going to switch you over to another map here quick. And we'll have to mess around with, can you see it? Can you not see it?
There is no token in this scene which gives you visibility.
Me too. Which I guess is just the party token. So at least that's easier.
You can see the party token?
I see it highlighted that it exists there, but I don't actually like.
There's no image or anything.
Yeah. The visibility is not there.
Yep.
I probably have to do this. No. Configure. Let's see what we got to do. Token vision. Probably if I take all this off, I don't have to. Can you see it now? Probably.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't have to hide it.
Huzzah!
It's just a map of the temple. So, what you see when you go to approach it, it's this. I believe it's a 2-story building. It looks like isn't there like a famous temple in Jerusalem that has a big copper golden dome over it?
The Al-Aqsa Dome, like the
Yeah, I'm forgetting what it's called, but it looks kind of like that. It's this like circular marble building, but then it's notable for that copper dome that
The
sits
Dome
on
of the
top
Rock.
it.
Dome of the Rock.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking of. As you approach, it's got along the perimeter of the property, I guess, a wall that stands there. It's chiseled and has a lot of decor kind of built into the stonework of the wall itself. And then as you approach through the little kind of archway that would lead into the temple grounds, there's like these 2 statues that are sitting there. One. I forget where that note is. I think a male and a female. They both kind of have like a warrior's look with like sword out, kind of held very proudly aloft, and then like each wearing probably a medallion or a holy symbol of the Church of Prios, and um, probably like a heavy tome in the other. The very kind of clerical paladin crusader type feel to them. Um, I guess lore who's Gretel's our lore master, right? Um, I would say maybe no check needed on who these are. They're two light bringers, which is Symbaroum world equivalent of a saint, somebody who typically it's like a martyr, or it's like somebody who died in like in a extraordinary way in service to Prios, that then becomes kind of almost deified as a result. And each one kind of some of you are familiar with like when we played Dolmenwood. It's kind of like the idea of like the saints there, where like they all embody some virtue, or a great ideal that is sort of a sub uh, piece of what Prios embodies. And so these two here are, oh gosh, I just saw it and then I lost it. Eberron, Ambra, and Ileana Karis. They were both two warriors who died heroes' deaths in the great wars against the Dark Lords back in Alberator.
And what was the title of their Lightbringer?
Lightbringer.
Bears. Yeah, bring it.
And then beyond that, then you'd see like the domed Temple of the Sun Church. And currently, the front doors are open, and you can kind of see into the antechamber, or the I don't know, the foyer, if you will, of the temple. And there are people there. It looks like there's it's kind of set up like a waiting area. There's some stone benches where there are people that have maybe bandaged up like limbs, arms, people that are just sitting resting with crutches nearby. And it looks like there are some folks in kind of gray cloaks, gray robes, some of the clergy that are kind of bringing out little bowls of porridge and things like that. There's even maybe like beyond that, a second set of doors that leads into kind of the main worship area, and there would be people in there too. Like there's no question to you what is going on. Is the Sun Church has likely brought in a lot of the people that have been hurt in what had happened just 24 hours really. Well, has it been, maybe it's been 2 days. I guess it's been 2 days since that. But there are still people that are coming back to maybe get checked in on, and people that are now homeless because they lived in the radius of where all that happened. And so it seems like it's pretty well attended here, and there isn't an idle person around. Everyone's kind of working and tending to those that have come here seeking comfort.
All right. I suppose I will look for, I guess if possible, if there are any that are not currently attending to someone who is injured or otherwise, and approach them.
Yeah, you see like a younger man, maybe mid-20s, who's is kind of like hustling around, and like you're able to like intercept him, as it looked like maybe he was like about to leave this area to like go into kind of like a, a, a private area in the temple or whatever. And he said, "Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. We're very busy. Have you been helped?"
Not yet. I was hoping that perhaps, hopefully, my issue's a little easier compared to the tragedy that's befallen everyone else here. We are looking for, and she'll take out that uh thing, the necklace amulet thingy, and she'll show it to them, and she'll be like, "Do you recognize like for who this belonged to? We knew who the woman was, but um, she had unfortunately died during the attack a few days ago, and
I'm
we
very sorry to hear that.
she had helped us quite a bit when we came here, and we just want to at least let the family know. So if anyone here recognizes it, and she'll like hand it to him and show him.
Oh, I'm sorry you didn't know her.
Say that again.
You didn't know her.
We knew her a little bit. She had helped us, but we didn't know her well enough to know who her family was.
Oh,
But we for the kindness that she has given us, we feel it's important that her family know what happened to her, but we're not sure who her family is.
oh, it's a common story. There's been so many people in here that have lost a loved one, and I will certainly, if anyone can identify it, I'll certainly make sure it gets into the proper hands.
And I'll look to the group and see, are you okay with them taking it for now, or should we hold on to it and see about speaking to someone when they're free?
No, he can have it as long as he knows the name that he's looking for. Her name was Anadia.
And then he's like, kind of like, what? And he
Oh.
says, Anadia? Is that what you said?
My
Yeah?
character is gonna tap up and be like, "Oh, my stomach. I
S- Dear sir, so you know her?
Yes. Um, would you mind, um, just, would you mind following me for just a moment?
Sure. I mean, again, we don't want to, disturb the operations or anything. We just want to make sure that, that she is properly honored for having saved our lives.
Yes, right.
my stomach is feeling better. I will go with you. Yes.
If you need to, just outside around this third bush,
Oh, you have bushes. Very nice.
there's a bucket there.
Very nice. A bucket.
If you need, right this way. And he would lead you into this little room here, um, where you would see there's sort of like a long table there with a number of stools around it. Um, Kind of looks like meeting area, or maybe where the clerics take their meals and things like that. But and behind it you can see there's this huge tapestry that has like Queen Corinthia riding on a steed, um, with a torch in her hand that's like bringing this like brilliant light that's cascading over the landscape. And there are these like kind of ghoulish looking cretinous creatures that are disintegrating behind it's like this huge, really grandiose, like really, deific kind of image of Queen Corinthia with her mask on. But the young man who just brought you in here, he just says, wait right here. Wait right here.
Everything is all right. Like you seem a little bit upset. Have we done something wrong?
No, I just I think the First Father is going to want to talk with you.
Oh,
Really? She was very important then.
I mean, yeah, we got chairs. Of course, she's important.
Okay. I didn't know.
And he kind of just like leaves. Like you guys are asking him questions, but it's like he
It's
doesn't
like-
he doesn't want to talk to you anymore.
Yeah.
The
So
blinders
he's
are
like,
on.
yes, 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 yes.
I think the big question is, do we want to stay here? Or do we want to get the hell out of here?
This is what we
I
want.
mean, we're in, guys. It's already too late.
Door's right there.
So
we'll be fine.
I
So-
mean, honestly, we can learn a lot just from that reaction right there.
Yeah.
So
She
just
is
so you-
of
Just so
import.
you're aware, so he's leaving you, but you can still see him because he's only gone 3 doors.
Mhm.
I don't want to say 3 doors down because
Ew.
now I gotta play some sound effect or something. But like just 3 doors to the left, he's like knocking on that door.
Oh, I mean, we're not being
You think-
detained or held here, so
No,
it's
no,
not.
we're good.
We're
Just
not in
keep her cool.
problem,
Keep her cool.
right?
We listen, we
Take a
absorb,
breath.
and we deny anything that is not part of our script, and then we get the hell out of here. Okay? But we're calm.
I'm calm. Are you calm?
I was born calm.
Yep.
You
And remember,
see
we have done nothing wrong.
I
Yeah.
know, like it's fine. The
So-
more you say it, the more I get worried.
the man is like he's like motioning for you to the door that he's standing at is open, and he's just like, come.
Oh, okay. Well,
Right.
You make your way over there. This token isn't really sized for this map. So you make your way over there, and like pretty much as soon as you're like in the door frame, that other guy just like kind of pushes past you and like goes back to where he originally was with all the sick people and the injured people. And you're looking into this room, and you can see a man who is kind of kneeling down on like a prayer mat. His back is to you, kind of long braided hair. But otherwise, the room just kind of looks like a real basic, meager living space, like just a bed chamber, bed, some really, simple furniture in here. But then the man stands, and I'll show you his image here. And he looks back at you, and he says, "Welcome to the Sun Temple. My name is Father Elfino. I understand that you have something that belonged to Anadia. Were you
do.
friends of hers?"
We can't
say
claim
friends.
to have been friends, but she saved our lives, and we're very, very grateful for that.
She'd been very helpful to us, and Gretel will show the little symbol of Prios.
Hmm. He'll hold his hand out, collect that from you if you are giving it to him.
Yes,
She still had this with her.
she
Yeah.
did.
Why? Is everything all right?
Yeah, as soon as we said her name, there was a strange reaction from your monk.
We have not seen Anadia, and if I had to guess, I would say it's been over a month. I'm not going to get into
Oh.
the circumstances of her leaving, but it is surprising that she would still have this.
Why?
Why? She seemed very dedicated.
Indeed. Well, when we last saw her, She had lost her conviction.
Her words to us before she saved our lives was that not today. Prios sees you living another day and sacrificed her life for us. So we assumed that she was a believer.
Well, this is welcome news to know that perhaps her light had rekindled some since we last saw her.
Do you know who's who who her family, or who gifted her this symbol, that we may return it to them and let them know that she did return to her belief?
I would confess that I don't know much of the details of Anadia's upbringing or where she came from. She spoke a lot about agriculture and farming. I always suspected that she was from the countryside. She didn't speak of her family much.
I wonder what it was that happened that made her lose her faith.
I mean, obviously you're close enough, right, with her. I mean, you know quite a bit about her, and it bothered you that she lost her faith. So,
Well, it is disturbing when any of Prios's flock loses their way.
right, but I mean, I've seen many people here, and you know her name.
She spent some time here. I mean, she did good work when her heart was still guided by the light, when she still well, as I said, I do not, especially now under these circumstances, will not speak ill of her. I will take this in kind, you bringing me this message that she saw the light before the end and that she went out in this sacrificing her own life for yours.
I mean, I'm not a believer, or at least not a good one. So I might be the last person to say that. But you say she had lost her way. I saw none of that. I don't know what happened to her before. I don't know what has happened to her after she left your sight. But she seemed in full possession of her faculty, and she wanted to do the right thing. And I think that aspiration is notable, or was notable. So in a way, I don't think they were here for a mistake. I think whatever she saw in us that made her decide to do her best, including sacrifice her life to protect us. Again, whatever detail, there might be a deeper meaning that perhaps we're meant to figure out together.
Hmm. Well, and he before he can even like utter another sentence, there's another knock at the door, and I don't know. I don't know that any of you closed the door, but I'm going to maybe assume that it is open, and you can see that same guy, that same young.
Hmm.
You can see it's a very like uh, father. Um, and you see the father is like kind of like motions him forward. Whatever he wants is somebody can make a vigilant test if you'd like.
Sure.
Why not? No modifier?
No modifier.
Any of us can?
Okay. Just one person, but Gnosis
Okay.
pass. Um,
Cool.
So when he comes in, he knocks, and like it looks like he's looking for the invitation for Elfino to wave him in. Elfino does. He comes in, and he starts to whisper in the father's ear, and you could just see like this scowl come over the father's face.
Did any of us catch what he said?
You catch the expression that whatever was just told to him, he disapproves of, but then he very quickly goes back to kind of his stoic, kind of neutral demeanor, and he looks at you all and he says, "Save that thought and follow me." And with a little, maybe just picking up on it with some degree of reluctance, he stands up and he makes his way to the door, and he kind of shoos this other guy aside. But get back to your duties.
And all of my red flags go on, but I'm kind of mesmerized. I want to figure out what the hell is going on here.
I
There
don't
is
know what
something
is
going
happening,
on here.
but if you need us, we're coming. Sure. Let's go.
Follows.
Just closer to the facilities?
Well, it's outside.
No, there's got to be some inside.
That's later.
He takes you up a set of stairs. He's not like looking back to make sure you're following him. Is like he's just like he's taking you somewhere, and if you if you disappeared, like it doesn't seem like he would care too much about that. It is some sort of duty that is pulling him forward, not something that he wishes to be doing. And he takes you up the set of stairs, and like you're being taken all the way up to what would appear to be a balcony area that's like up within the dome. Like you can see the curvature and the up overhead, like immediately overhead is that copper dome, and there's like railing and whatever. You can look down and see into the worship area below you, but then there also seems to be some doors and things like that up here, and you're brought into one of the areas. Brings you through one of the rooms that is up here. And as you enter in, you can see there's just like a number of screen fabric walls that have kind of been positioned around this room. Kind of makes like almost like a circular kind of pattern around the room. And in the middle of it, there's some cushions and things like that laid out. And in the middle is this really short looking kind of Yoda of a woman, is maybe like 4'10" or something like that, seated, and she's got really short kind of cropped hair, maybe a little bit just unkempt a little bit, but she's wearing robes, and she says, "Thank you, Elfino. Thank you for guiding our guests here. You may take your leave." And you can see he like opens up his mouth to maybe protest. She's like, "Now, you have many important affairs to be dealing with down below. I will entertain our guests." And just like kind of without a word, he just slinks away. I got a picture of her. I'm gonna pop up, I think.
You read my mind. Does she look priestly? Can females be priests or priestess?
They can.
Uh-oh.
We could probably have our lore master make a check quick.
I'd be happy to.
I have to see if you even need to. Oh, yes, you need to do a cunning test.
Oh. All right, cunning.
You got
Here we
this.
go.
Oh, maybe not.
Okay. So she just she says, she smiles. "Welcome to the Sun Temple, my dears. I'm told you are friends of Anadia."
Friend is a big word. She saved our lives. If that makes her friends, then yes, you nail it perfectly.
Is that the truth?
Seems like a philosophical question.
No, it's really not a philosophical question. I'm just wondering if you're telling me everything you know about her.
That is the truth. We did not know her very well, but we appreciate what she has done for us.
How long have you known Anadia? She didn't tell you much about her time here.
She had a medallion of Prius with her, so we assumed she was faithful, and she definitely invoked Prius.
Indeed. Indeed, she did.
You seem skeptical.
Go ahead. Let us have it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You didn't know Anadia, did you? You knew nothing about her or her life, who she
No,
was.
that's why we're here.
You're here seeking
We want to honor
answers.
her.
No, that's not it. Come on. You could tell me. You could
Come on.
tell this about.
Come on.
Well,
Yep.
if this is a game, we don't know what the rules of the games are, so we
Hmm.
would ask you to make them explicit.
Well, I'm not going to show all of my cards just yet, young fellow. But clearly you're here for a purpose. How about you tell me that?
Yes, our purpose is to honor her and to know why she would have put her life on the line for us.
You felt a kindred soul with her? You believed what she believed?
We assumed she believed what you believe. We didn't see anything to say otherwise.
What do you believe?
I believe that we can do better. That our light has grown dim, and that we have lost our way. I can say that because I'm old.
Well, I would be lying to you if I told you
Is
that I'm faithful of Prius, but she definitely impressed with someone who wants to do the right thing.
Indeed, Anadia
is that
was someone who always wanted to do the right thing.
and did she believe what you believe, or did you have a difference in belief?
I think very highly of Anadia.
So do we.
Well, if you're friends of Anadia's and you wish to honor her, perhaps you can help me.
I'm sure.
Anadia had a lot of questions for Father Elfino and the church as a whole. She sensed what I know, that we have lost our way, that Prios could be a force for good and not what we have allowed him to become. We have forgotten what he was before the war tainted our religion and our beliefs, and in turn corrupted the very soul of our people. But, like I said, I can say these things to you. Anadia was young. She was cast out. She held a lot of the same ideas that Father Sarvola holds dear. A vision of what we could return to be, that we don't have to cling to this aggression, to this molding of our people by strict discipline. Those days are behind us. I don't
Does
see
Father
you.
Alpha share your belief? Alpha,
What do
he
you
seems
think?
he seems he seems quite frightened by the moment we mentioned Anadia's name.
Frightened? Perhaps frightened. I think more so it is he's a cog in the wheel. He doesn't want his authority challenged any more than any of the other pieces of the machine.
But you have authority over him?
Well, I have status, yes. But I am myself a part of that same machine. So I am restricted in what I can do and say. So far,
And
you
this
haven't
is
gone running out the door, so I think I've got your attention, and I think
right.
you
This is
want
where
to
we. Yes.
listen more.
Certainly have my attention.
If you are friends of Anadia's and you wish to honor her, then you could be of a big help to Father Sarvola, who is at this very moment at great risk.
We wouldn't want someone who helps the people being at risk.
No. We've only seen good works from Father Servola in our observations.
Well, that is your perception, but we are in the midst of a crisis, and there are actors who very much hold the philosophy that a crisis is not an opportunity to waste. Already, you can hear the whispers. If you go just downstairs, listen, lean over that balcony over there and have a listen. They are all blaming this on the heretical worship of this Prios of old and the teachings of Father Sarvola, that he has brought this upon our fair town. It won't be long before those sticks, that kindling, takes to the flame, and he has a whole lot of agitators waiting outside his mission. I don't wish to see this happen. Father Sarvola is a good man, and his beliefs, well, I cannot help him officially, but you are an interesting group. No ties to the church that I can tell. If you were to go and help him make sure that he stays safe in these tired times, maybe I'll let you know a little bit more about Anadia.
That's fascinating. But are you aware that in order to keep him safe, we might have to spill Prius's blood? Would that make us unwelcome among your faithful?
It would not be ideal to have to resort to violence, but if you know no other way, Sarvola is more than just a man. He is a symbol. He is key to the healing that we must go through. Now, what I want to impress upon you, if you're to help me with this, is that should there be agitators, I very much doubt they would be individuals working randomly. They're not forces of chaos. I believe that there are individuals within this town who would orchestrate attacks against him. Many interests in having him be removed. If I am correct, and you could bring me proof, identity of who might be behind this, I could stop it once and for all. But I have nothing but just my suspicions. This noble house, that noble house. So, do I have your interest?
We're difficult to impress, but I would say you on a good path towards impressing us with your, what is the word you embryons like to use? Moderation?
I have been called worse things than a moderate, but with that in mind, no one can know that we spoke of this. If you get caught, if you get in trouble, you cannot invoke my name.
Hmm.
I will deny that we ever talked.
And I was starting to forget that you're embryon. Well, reckons.
We're no rats. We won't give you up. We won't get caught, but if we do, your name won't be on our lips.
Well, then, I will wait for you here.
I have a question. I know you're telling us that there might be a house or something else, but do we go talk directly with him first? Or do we insert ourselves somewhere?
You're
He's in
saying
Blackmore, right?
Father Sarvola?
Yeah.
He would be in Thistlehold.
Okay, so hold.
And she says, "It's up to you. It could be a good idea to speak directly to him. He may have some insight about who's been hounding him, or like I say, I have no direct contact with him, so I have no idea what he knows."
But you have your suspicions, you said. What are those suspicions? What makes you lean towards one house or the other? Was one more outspoken against him openly?
Make a persuasive test.
Okay. Not my best, but we gonna roll good. We gonna roll good. Oh, just made it.
She says,
Nice.
"Let us just say there are some of us who have the Queen's ear, and that she is sympathetic to the idea of returning to the Prios of old. There are many families that have likely caught wind or understand this dynamic. Too many for me to know who, but certainly there are families with ties to the church who would not want to see the privileged position of the church threatened.
We're not burdened by this need, and so we're happy to support you. You seem, again, fairly reasonable. So no reason not to try to do our humble part.
Since we are friends of Anadia and we do want to honor her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in her death, the great awakening may still yet come. It is what she would have wanted. I'll leave the details to you, but please make haste. I fear that he doesn't have much time before someone would strike to act on this crisis.
And we shall go fast.
And break stuff.
All right. So you're able to, make your way down if you would want, and follow the stairs and whatever. Like it wasn't too
I'm looking
complicated
for
to
the
get up here.
loo before I get out of here. I
Oh
want to
yeah.
find one of those. I want to find one of those fancy loos. She'll probably
Sun
let us use the
inlay.
bathroom.
The sun inlay back.
Just
on it.
right over the balcony there. You just little bit of your own sun shine down on those.
Just hit one of those bastards that's
Man,
whispering.
it's the best kept secret in all of Ambria. I'm telling you.
Meanwhile, down there, it's just a light mist. Wow, I feel the blessing upon me.
Oh, Prios.
Yeah, I'm looking at the map, but it doesn't look like there is a latrine or anything like that actually in the
lube.
temple. So there's probably like a public
Yeah, no lube.
latrine down the corner.
Darn it. We thought there would be the fancy ones here.
Yeah. So, like that probably takes us to, I don't know, like 9 a.m. or so. It's still like pretty early in the morning.
I'm going to be honest, everyone. I didn't think that would provide any information at all.
I just thought it was going to go in a totally different direction than it did. Quite frankly, I thought she was about to burn us alive or something.
No.
So
And we didn't say about the Iron Pack. That's good too. If
As you're like leaving the Sun Temple, like you walk past that little room with the table where you were originally waiting. You see Father Elfino is there, like just like reading a book or something, and he's just like watching you as you like leave and exit out. Like he was just planted there just to like watch you leave. With some like what were they talking about kind of thing. So
they all definitely know more about her than they're letting on right now. That's for sure.
Yeah, there's some details that if we go past that lore check, you would understand a little bit more maybe. But right now it's just weird church figures. You don't understand exactly what their beef is or whatever. But you leave the church, and what would you like to do?
I guess we're gonna go at the.
Should we
At the
talk to
place
Servola?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Let me just take a look here at the map. I'm trying to see how far away is it.
Or do we try to get information from the outside in?
No,
I wouldn't even know where to start. So
I'll switch us back to the town map here. and you'd be heading over. Mission House is like over here, but on the way, as you're traveling through,
Mhm.
you know, at this point, it's pretty busy streets, people coming and going, and as you're walking, Loyal taps you on the shoulder, Val, and he says, Val,
Yeah?
I found something, but it doesn't really mean anything to me, but I thought I'd let you know because you understand the when you say things on ink,
Huh?
like in books, right? Like
Writing, right?
yeah, it has some of that on it. And he like holds out this like crumpled parchment that he is kind of, you can see he maybe tore it a little bit, but like he tried to iron it out, flatten it out, and like he gives it to you.
Where did you find it?
It was in my pocket, but I didn't put it there.
Oh,
And I
okay,
didn't,
that's
it
great.
wasn't there this morning because you know,
You check your pockets.
well, I lay out my clothes. I don't,
And what, by size or by smell? What are you doing?
I have a system.
That we're just totally are being with his character right now.
Yeah,
This is all going to become canon too.
yes.
What's your middle name? You don't need a middle name. All right, it just it's changed his entire personality.
I think it's I think that guy maybe left it in my pocket somehow.
Father Alfalfa?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, she should have told us, but I guess he didn't want to make a ruckus. So
Oh,
let's see what the message says.
well, I just found it.
Okay, let's take a look.
And he see how easy this is to read.
What you seek is in the annex of the Sun Temple.
Times a day.
2 times a day at the
Mass.
Mass
mass
mass held
held
each-
each morning and evening.
and evening. The building is empty except for the. Oh,
House
F4,
Panther
House Panther,
Adros? Or
House Father?
House
House
Father, I think is
Father.
what it says.
Adaros.
oh, Adros.
When you see him leave, you have a short time.
Window frame.
Yeah, short time frame to get inside. Go through the gate facing Ophelia.
Mm-hmm.
The road.
Ophelia.
Road,
Ophelia's
Ophelia's
Road. Take the stairs to the second floor, turn right, and head for the third door on the right. Right hand side. Act with haste.
Oh.
We passed our cursive test today, guys.
Yeah.
What messy handwriting.
He was in a hurry.
Yeah, he was. Well, I mean,
So he's
you're
he's either on our side or he's setting us up.
Plus,
What we
this is
seek in
weird.
the
I mean,
annex
this
of
is
the Sun Temple.
he's clearly trapping us into something.
What do you
didn't-
think that he thinks we seek? Do you think
That's my point.
Is it the
like-
the thing of corruption? Because I was thinking about asking them if they knew anything about that, but we didn't. Now we don't know necessarily who put that in his pocket. It could have been Father Alfalfa. It could have been somebody else.
Well, first, whatever it is, I'm not doing this. This smells so many different aromas, none of which is enticing to my nose.
Oh. I mean, I could do it.
But what- but
it doesn't
what-
sound
but
like it'd
what
be an
if-
issue.
But what if it is this thing that we need to get out of town within 3 days? Like we're sniffing, we're dogs sniffing butts. We got a bunch of different butts to sniff. This might be one of them.
I mean, well,
Might be a winner, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Let's assume that our motivations are so clear to read. Okay. If they have the object of great corruption in the annex of the Temple of Prios, why would this guy reveal it to us? What have we done to impress him that we're such amazing people that, none of this holds any water?
What if it's just the information about Anadia that we can get without necessarily? I mean, we can help the father. He seems like
You say it
somebody you'd want
yourself,
help
Gnosis.
anyway.
We already have the information. She was
Yeah.
someone important. She had a crisis of faith that we suspected already. And whether or not they knew that she was working with the Iron Pact, it's irrelevant to the fact that they were not expecting her to be a faithful of Prios anymore. Right? So I don't think we need, we already have our answers. I'm not willing to risk my life or yours, for the matter, to get confirmation of suspicions that we already have.
It says what we seek.
Reg, you remember Celine?
I mean, I'm not,
right?
honestly, I am not above shape shifting into a priest and just going to check it out.
You're not above, but the question is, what is the risk?
What's the worst that can happen?
You get picked and you get killed, or you're tortured and you reveal everyone else. And I'm being apocalyptic on purpose because we don't know, and I'm honestly would rather you not take such risks.
It's just got me so curious now. What is this about? If he is trying to set us up, what is the benefit? What's the play? What is the setup?
But that's the main red flag for me. Like, why would he do us a favor when we go in there clearly have not telling him what the truth is? We're clearly there for fishing for stuff, and then suddenly this lady wants to talk with us, and everyone is, oh shit, she wants to talk with them. So, ooh. So I don't know what's going on there.
I mean,
but I don't like it even a little tiny bit.
I mean, what if it was the first priest? What if it was that first priest who was helping the poor, and he was with Anadia and or on that vibe, and he wanted to help us, and he slipped that note into Loyal's pocket because he didn't want to upset Alfalfa. I don't remember his name.
Alfino.
Alfina.
That's pretty close.
So my brain kept going to. So the thing is like we don't. I mean, I don't know that we necessarily it says this happens 2 times a day, the mass held each morning, right? So we don't necessarily have to do this right now, but we can research to see if this is a ruse or not, or I don't know. It's got me curious for sure.
Yeah, but okay, guys, let's be clear. He's directing us to sneak into the Temple of Prius, which honestly, at this point, I have no reason to want to do. And he's pointing us to this Father Idaros, okay? So apparently he has the answers to what we seek, which I'm very happy that he knows what we seek, because I certainly don't. So the only thing that comes to mind is that this guy is Anadia's father.
What?
Why not?
I don't know. Why?
I mean, I suspected that one of them there could be Anadia's father.
What, really?
Yeah, I don't know why my brain went there. Just as soon as I read the pendant, my brain immediately went there. But I there's no proof. But
No.
here's the thing: is if Anadia is working with the Iron Pact, and they know that we're working
Which
with
we don't
with
know.
her.
Which we don't know. Just let's to be clear.
Uh,
She
okay.
approached us. She has that message, but beyond that, honestly, I'm taking this with a grain of salt. For
The
time
Iron
being.
Pact want that found. What if this is a message from someone who's working with her, from a member of the Iron Pact, saying that this is where we can find this bit of corruption? That's why I'm so freaking curious.
Right,
And I respect your curiosity, but how many people working for the Iron Pact do you think there are?
I mean, certainly with
I
something
know
this
too.
important, with
I
this
don't know. I've been looking for him.
I'm just saying something this important, this artifact of corruption that can take the city down, that there's barbarians literally at the gate about to storm. Would you send just one person to make sure the shit happened? No, you'd send a freaking team.
Well, you're assuming that the Iron Pact wants to prevent this. My suspicion is that the Iron Pact is the very same who is making this mess. Because why wouldn't they?
They may
don't
be.
like.
They may be.
They don't like Embryons. They don't like Thistlehold.
You're probably
Honestly,
right.
of all of the altruistic groups that I've met in my short experience here, I wouldn't number them among the top.
I would agree. But yeah, I don't know. But obviously, they had us. They were influencing us to investigate it, were they not? She hired us, right?
Again, assuming that she was really working for the Iron Pact and assuming that they were not prepping her to be a human sacrifice on the altar or their whatever ultimate goal of preventing embryons from going into the Avokar. Honestly, everything is possible. And the only thing I know is don't trust anybody. That's all I can tell. And repeat ad infinitum for all of us to remember, do not trust anybody.
But if we
Including me,
don't
do not
pick
trust
something,
me.
we're just going to be standing here. Because I don't really know about that other guy, too. I mean, it sounds all nice.
What
But
the guy?
I don't know. The one guy, the father we're going to see now. What if that's a trap? What if they
we
have
can
somebody...
trust. He
What
made
if...
his
Yes, but what
his
if
goal
there's someone
clear.
looking? What if there's someone looking while we walk in, and then they see us, and then they know that we're part of his friend? Do you think of that? What if we're being set up that way then?
I mean, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. This is Ambria, guys. We're being set up every which way we go. What we need to decide is where do we freaking stand, right?
Gnosis, can I please? We're not in Ambria here. I want to remind you that this is the great sacred soil of Clan Chazora. You might have forgotten. I certainly haven't. So if you ask me where I stand, I hope you understand what that means.
Is that one of the options?
Do you
to
stand
help
with
them?
Clan Jazora?
Did they just attack us?
They just eat us?
They're trying to actively murder us.
Yeah, I think they tried to eat our face. I had to shoot the priestess through the eyeballs.
We could make this campaign really weird. Like,
well, do you think I wanted her dead? Is that what you're thinking?
No, I'm just saying. I think that at this point, I think we have to decide, right? Yeah, what are we doing here? Are we helping a priest to get information about Anadia? To what end, right? Like, to my understanding, we gotta figure out this freaking artifact bit, right? And I thought that was sort of why we were maybe investigating Anadia, right? Was to get more information about this, because that was kind of the most information we had about it to begin with was from her and from the barbarians, what she got us involved with. So I don't know. That's why I'm so freaking curious about this damn note, because it seems like whoever wrote this note knows that we're after that freaking artifact.
Right.
And at least we should figure out who the fuck gave us this note. because they know something.
Well,
If we don't follow the instructions, we at least try to figure out who the fuck gave it, who was contacting it.
okay, Gnosis, let me be clear. If you want to follow this lead, you're more than welcome to try. I strongly recommend you don't, not yet. There's so much we don't know. Second of all, we have no friends. We can't trust anybody. This lady is gonna deny 3 times that she ever spoke with us. So I would say we have to tread very careful.
I'm with you, and I'm not
And
saying
sneaking
we.
into the temple, into a priest of Prius chamber when he's not there, it doesn't seem to me very prudent.
I'm with you. I don't think we necessarily just blindly follow these instructions, right? But I do think, while we're pursuing whatever else we're pursuing, that we also pursue trying to figure out what the hell this note is about.
I mean, they are pretty detailed, so I mean, it would be. They wrote a lot for it to be fake, is what I'm saying, right?
I mean,
It'd
we
be
could at
so
least
much easier. It'd be so,
check
yes,
the situation and see if it's
Right.
accurate, right? See,
it'd be
I
so
don't
much
know.
easier if
Okay.
someone was paying us, because then we know exactly who we were what we would
Okay,
do.
how about this? How about this?
Right?
I'm pretty sure that someone of the faithful of Prius would know if a certain Father Idaros exists, and we can and we try to get some details about who this guy is before we decide to sneak into his chambers. How about that?
I'm with you. Yeah,
Sounds-
and I don't think our time is wasted protecting a man of the people. Like, I'm with that. I just think we don't just toss this no out and pretend like it
No,
didn't
no,
happen.
no. Hey, everything is useful.
Right, we
This
allot
is very useful.
2 hours
And
to
this-
this.
Suggested-
That's what we're saying, right? About 2 hours we allot.
This is the most information that we've had that even alluded to the artifact since we met with the barbarians outside the gates. Like, this is the best lead for the thing we're actually trying to do that we've gotten. So I'm just saying, I'm not saying that we don't go ahead with the plan with Servola, but I think that we need to follow up on this lead, not necessarily by doing what it's telling us to do, but by following up on the lead somehow, right? Because it's really our best piece of of anything leading to the artifact that we've gotten yet.
And that's a set, but I mean, if it's a chance to, I mean, what you want, Val, to avoid any more bloodshed between our people and theirs.
I did not say that.
Oh, you
Reg.
don't mind the blood?
I did not say that either.
Oh,
It's funny because if you had asked the same question yesterday, I would have given you an answer. But today, of all days,
Oh.
I don't know.
it's,
You know, when that witch messed with my brain down there, remember that part?
yes.
She awoke something that either myself or someone else had taken care of buried deep inside my brain. Know what I know today? I don't feel so very, very well disposed towards Umbrians very much anymore.
Oh. I was gonna say
No, Gretel, I'm not thinking about you. Don't worry.
Okay.
As I show off my elven ears.
Just immediately, it's just like, huh.
Why can't we all just get along?
yeah, that's
Well,
true.
you can tell it to the dozens of Jezoras thrown around this very place where we're walking right now.
So you're saying
No,
that
I agree. The politics and the it's complicated. It's not. A lot of people were done dirty, you know. But I I don't know that allowing this artifact to remain here, right, and causing and barbarians storming the gates, and like, that's a lot of innocent lives. You know what I mean? And I'm with you, right? Like, a lot of Ambrians, like, fuck them, right? fuck this holy warrior Prios who rules through fascism, right? Screw that guy. But there's a lot of collateral damage here we can help to try to avoid, you know?
What is Gretel
maybe-
thinking about as she hears this conversation going on? Because you're connected to the nobility.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Like your family pledges allegiance to Queen Corinthia.
Mm-hmm. I don't even know. She definitely looks like very uncomfortable. But she doesn't necessarily want to like deny the fact that her allies have very strong feelings. She's trying to find the most political way of agreeing with them, but also being like, it's not all that bad, guys.
Guys, let's get back to finding the corruption thing, right? The
Yeah.
corruption is.
Let's not get distracted now. we have a goal. Let's go back to that goal.
Look, I think we can all agree that Father Servola hasn't done anything noticeably bad. So how about we make sure that his head stays firmly anchored to his shoulders for a little while longer while we figure out what we want to do.
Yeah,
Long
what
term.
what the hell this communique is about.
Because there wasn't it said act with haste, but not necessarily. We just have our we have our other time frame to worry about, the 2 to 3 days.
3 days. Yep.
3 days. So this one
that's
seek
maybe the
annex
act with haste.
symbol.
But yeah, let's do
see-
it. Let's go talk to Servola to see what's up. We can maybe pump him for a little information about Adaros, and we can keep him from getting killed by the whoever's trying to kill him.
Get him to
But
pay us.
Greta, before we go forward, can you tell us more a little bit about this? What is the word? This factions. I guess that's a good word. Factions within what I thought was a pretty monolithic institution. What are we?
You mean factions
I don't know.
within the church?
Yes.
Yes, Gretel, dear, tell us all about what you know.
All the things that I know. I'm trying to think if she actually would
Yeah,
know.
this might be where Gnosis steps in and kind of gives the background of what happened when he traveled into Ambria.
Because I have a feeling I feel like Gretel's kind of involvement in the church is kind of very surface level. Like, I don't think it was something she necessarily would have delved too deep in.
I could tell you. I mean, you would know the basics. So there are the, the regular priests, the thurgs, and everything like that carry forth, deal with the common person. Preach, try to proselytize and like spread the word, right? But then there are the Sun Knights. They are maybe the ones that maybe enforce,
like executors, or
kind of like because then there's the Black Cloaks. The Black Cloaks are more like the secret police. Like they are doing active things to kind of root out identify where the corruption is happening, put a stop to it, contain it, prevent, if there's a witch or something that is, summoning a ritual or something, or there's somebody that brought an artifact in from Davokar, like the Black Cloaks are probably going to take care of it. Whereas the Sun Knights, I feel like they deal with things more domestic.
Like more of like the police force, not police force, but like above guard, but like
church guard, yeah. So those are kind of like the factions or the wings within like the official church that you would know about.
So
And
what
that's
would
what I
that
know.
place? Where would that place that old lady? What was her role? You speculate. So she was not the first Theurg. That's the guy. That's Alfalfa. But what about her? Like I get it, like old, wise, blah 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 blah. But informal role?
She said that she had authority over him.
Which
Seniority,
would
maybe.
mean that what would be a person that has authority over the first Theurg? Is there some role like the high eminence of Prius? I don't know. I don't know anything about the Prius.
HBIC.
The Hibik?
Yeah. Head bitch in charge.
Okay, well,
I just assume it's the one that's donating the most money is the one in charge.
That does help at times, but not always the case. Honestly I couldn't. I was trying to look for hints of what role she was, but I couldn't quite pin down what she was.
well, hopefully, Father Servola will be able to enlighten us as to this different approaches, plural, to the cult of Prius, and on the lines of what you, and assuming that Gnosis you've told us about that story, kind of illuminate
Yeah.
us about this
I absolutely
alternative.
would.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably saying like, I was traveling with them to kind of establish this colony of, for safety for them, but that's when I kind of heard of the goings-ons, the miracles happening at the hill that I went to investigate, where I met all of you. So, but yeah, that's how I became aware of this faction within the church and these beliefs, and that it's not it's I don't want to say it's something common, but it is a growing sentiment, it seems like, within the church, and that the old believers, outside of Thistlehold, it's something that, it's there, and it's it's a fact, it's history, right? But it's kind of being shielded from people, and I think we're trying to come back to that truth. But let's see what Servola has to say.
As we get there, can we kind of, I guess Val will touch Reg's shoulder and says, "Hey, Reg, can you make sure nobody's following us, please?"
Sure, I'll do anything for you. And you just look around.
I think also Gnosis might like do his little, shapeshift thing, hang back, and also watch to see if anybody's found. Maybe people wearing black cloaks. Bum, bum, bum.
Sure. Let's have Red. So you're making your way. I imagine like you guys like ducked into a corner and had this really intense conversation.
Of course, not in the middle of the road because definitely we were walking in the
Yeah,
middle of the
not
road.
in the middle of the street. Yeah.
You emerge from the alleyway. You're heading. You're heading a few blocks at least. So, like you're heading. Actually, his house or the mission house is kind of closer to Night Home. Mayor Night Pitch's manor. So you're making your way over there, and let's see. What do we want to do here? Gnosis, why don't you do a discrete test, and then
Yep.
first I'll see what that is
My character sheet. Discreet. Oh, no. Bad
Okay.
roll.
Reg, make a discrete test with a, we'll say a -4.
That was my first bad roll this game. I was rolling really good.
Yeah.
Can't last forever.
Okay.
Oh.
So, you're making your way through the city, and eventually you get eyes on um, this really kind of simple one-story building. It's got windows, um, front door, just like a plain old wooden door. Like there's kind of nothing special about this building. It sits on a corner, but there is, like, the one thing that's notable about it is that there's kind of like this throng of people that are kind of situated on the northeast side, and there's a chimney, and there's like some the scent of like food, soup, bread, these kinds of things, kind of alerting you to the presence that there's a soup kitchen here, and you can see those people are lined up along the side of the building, where it's like kind of cut into the side of the building, almost like the serving kind of window that sits a little bit lower, and it almost looks like they're serving directly from the kitchen inside this building rather than putting out like a little stand or something. So there's a big group of people kind of waiting there. Again, you probably see people that have injuries, like kind of suggesting that they were there at the sinkhole on the day that the Clan Jazora folks emerged. And you're looking around. You do notice there are like members of the town guard that seem to be kind of standing afar, but like they're watching this crowd and everything like that. So there is like a guard presence in the area.
Well, I guess we wait for our turn. I imagine that this group of people are waiting for their turn to get some food.
Kind of, it's not super orderly. Like it's kind of like you know, people are kind of fighting to
All right,
get
yeah.
up there into the front, but it's
I mean,
not it's not
Reg is
violent or anything. Like
Mhm.
it's just kind of
like sitting at a bar
this is
trying to
how
get your order.
yeah, this is how
Yeah.
things are working. Like
Yeah,
no
yeah.
one's upset or anything.
I mean, Reg is gonna be like, well, I mean, we're already here and there is soup, so let's get in line.
Yeah, let's get in line. We don't want to, kind of show our hands by just strolling in front of everybody, just like we belong here. So just be inconspicuous. Is that the word? Inconspicuous. Yes.
Yeah, sure.
So you're all moving to like try to get into kind of the line.
Yeah.
I think Gnosis feels a little bit weird about, getting free soup for the poor when we don't need it. So he'll probably just watch.
Reg is making her way in. She wants some soup.
She's thirsty.
Some of that soup.
So Gnosis, you're gonna hang back, but Gretel, Val, Reg. I bet Loyal might stay by Gnosis. Just be like, I stick out over there, and I feel good from breakfast yet, so I'm gonna stand over here. But yeah, so Gretel, Reg, Val, you guys go to like get kind of into the line or whatever, and there's like this little boy, maybe about maybe you guess like 9 years old or so, kind of messy black hair. He's wearing real kind of patched together clothes or whatever. He's waving like a stick that he's found or whatever. He's gonna jump right in front of Gretel and be like, "Hey, do you see what I did? See what I have done?"
I'm watching what he's doing. Is he like pretending to like cast a spell or
He's waving. I mean, he's like waving the stick around. See what I
Sure.
did? Did you
Whoa.
see it?
That was pretty cool. Wait, can you do it one more time? Oh! I'm just gonna do like a stagger back.
It worked. Come on, silly, get up.
Whoa. I gotta be careful with that.
Now twirl.
Don't want to get corruption, kid.
That's right.
He's making corruption checks. He thought Bend Will was good. Check this shit out.
Twirl, twirl, twirl.
Gretel, what are you doing? Gretel, sorry.
Playing. Check out what this kid can do.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm playing with a stick, silly.
Oh, okay. What am I supposed to do?
You do
ruined
something.
The game.
What game? I'm asking the.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what
What did I do?
He's
what she's
like
done.
throws the twig down. He's like,
Oh, where did you learn how to do that? Where did you learn this game?
my dad.
Your dad?
I should probably get back in there. You just see him like pull out this like apron. And he puts the apron on, ties it up, and then he goes. He walks through the front door of the mission house.
Oh,
Urvola's kid.
did I do something wrong? I still don't understand what I.
Well, it's Ambrian's kind of customs. If a kids pretend to be a wizard, I guess you have to play along. I don't know.
You don't have to, but makes the kid happy.
Oh, they're a wizard. Oh, I see. They're doing it wrong, I think.
They don't need to know that. That's a kid. He doesn't need to know how to cast spells. Could you imagine the chaos? No, we don't need that.
And obviously, his dad is doing it, right?
Mm. Not necessarily, but I mean, making the kid happy might make the parents happy, and that could always be good for us. Still don't know who the kid's parent is, but if he's working in the kitchen, who knows? I just
What if
thought
the
it was
dad
fun.
is just the cook? The father is just the cook.
Could be anyone.
Well,
We go inside his city with
just crying.
Yeah.
Oh,
it.
Ratso Rizzo.
Reg, make a vigilant test.
You've done fucked up.
Roll low. Roll low.
success.
You in having this little lighthearted conversation, talking with the kid and everything. You notice in the crowd, maybe like I don't know, maybe like 5 feet away from you, like a couple rows back, there are these two man and a woman, fairly young, like probably like no older than 18, that are just like they're kind of like whispering to each other. They look really nervous, like they look really on the edge. They're just like kind of looking around.
Hmm.
And you see, as they're conversing, like you see one kind of dig, the man digs into his pocket, and he's got like this red handkerchief that he like throws up.
Oh. I think I'm gonna say that Val is standing next to Reg because he was saying something about it. So you're gonna feel like the hardest like knuckle tap onto your hand as she looks up and points. Like it hurts. She looks up and points at the bandana that's been thrown up. What the hell is that? A signal?
Gnosis, why don't you do a vigilant test too from your vantage point, not in the crowd.
Yep. Nope.
Yeah, so Reg, you're kind of signaling to Val that like something's up.
Mm-hmm.
In the moments that come, it sounds like you're standing in the soup line, kind of waiting to see what happens next. Or is
I guess
there,
we're alert. I think
just
we're
on
alert, but not necessarily like jumping on this because they haven't done anything other than showing a thing. So
Mm-hmm.
alert, but without making a ruckus. Yeah.
Maybe could I like look around to see if anyone else is like actively like seeking out the bandana that
Signal
was
or
thrown up?
acting
Yeah.
weird or something.
You can make one more vigilant test, and you can give yourself a +2 on it.
Go. Vigilance.
Okay.
You notice that the town guard is withdrawing. Like they seem like they're all like leaving the area.
You're getting another knuckle tap. This time even maybe harder. The guards are leaving.
This time it's a nut tap.
That's bad news.
Not yet.
I think
We're not there yet. We're not those close friends yet.
I think at this point Val knows this and loyal attention and kind of silently signal to them that something is about to happen and that we should be ready.
So, you all maybe what do you think? Like weapons are being drawn, maybe kind of can as
I think I'm
carefully as
gonna-
possible, and
Yeah, I think with the troops withdrawing, yeah, I'm gonna put my hand on my crossbow and
Yeah.
and maybe get ready to strangle him.
The bow.
God,
String.
strangle.
so
Hey, I noticed we got some more experience. I get to up my strangulation
Yep.
now and use those spores.
So in this moment that maybe feels like it takes forever because you're just waiting for the other shoe to drop. There are all over this kind of intersection here from all sides these probably at least a dozen individuals wearing dirty white robes, deep hoods, all of them carrying blood red scarves wrapped around their heads, so their faces are all kind of like obscured, but they all have they're all carrying swords, and all of them have symbols of Prios. And some of them have like lanterns and things like that too. They're surrounding the building, and they're starting to like chant, and they're intentionally riling up the crowd, like death to the Dark Lord Sarvola, burn him alive, he's a heretic, he brought doom to our fair town.
Can we safely
heretics
assume
will
these are
burn.
those knights, right? What was it? The knights for the priest knights? What are they called?
The order of the Sun Templars, Sun Knights, sometimes they're called.
Yeah, yeah. Is this them? It look like them, or no?
the Sun Templars would usually be pretty. They wouldn't obscure their faces or anything like that. Like they would be walking
Mhm.
proudly representing. Like these
And
guys
you said they
are
were in like dirty robes, right? So
dirty
they're not like
robes.
well kept or yeah.
No,
What if? Go. Sorry. Go ahead.
oh nothing. Just like, I mean, they could be, but if they are, they're not publicly. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
they're
Yep.
using some cover
And-
if they actually are.
And is the people the crowd there, right? I'm assuming these were people who were getting food. Most of them were people who were
Oh yeah,
getting food.
people are like right away like freaking out, and
They're not chanting with these guys, right? Like
No.
people aren't. No, they're not swaying anyone.
not in
I
this
think I'm-
immediate moment of like, let's burn this shit. You know, like people are just like, ah.
We just want
Yeah,
food,
yeah,
man.
They're just scaring everyone.
Okay, so
I do have a question
I-
though. You say they all have swords. Is that so? Let me ask like a background question. Is that a sword a weapon of a certain worth? So would that street urchins like this be expected to have access to swords in such an amount? Or is that something that immediately kind of jumps to me like these guys are funded by someone with money?
Yeah, I think that's a fair assumption. Like if they were just the impoverished masses, they would have pitchforks and clubs or something, right? Like more improvised weapons. A sword, you know, you got to go to a blacksmith. You got to pay a pretty penny. It's for adventurous types like you, probably not that much money, but for like the average person, it's like I don't know, half a year's living wages, right? Um, so yes, that's a fair assumption.
I think that what Valve would do at this point would be to step. Is there one of these guys who's doing this, or is it all
Well,
of them at the
kind
same
of all
time?
of them are like, it seems like it's we'll characterize it like this. It seems like they are maybe intentionally kind of being really bravado about this because they aren't like attacking anybody. It seems like there's torches and lanterns, and I think you can surmise based on they're saying let's burn the heretic. They're gonna torch that building. Like that's really what
Yeah.
they're there to do.
Yeah.
The sword thing is more to defend themselves against anybody that might
Yeah.
spring up in defense of Sarvola. You know,
Yeah,
if
well,
there
I
might
guess
be
we'll
anybody
do
like that
that.
around.
no one would
but,
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
So-
fortunately, you were
so-
here. So
So I think Valve would step up in general direction of these guys, and he would raise his voice to be heard in the midst of them rallying up people, and would say, "If you try to torch this place, you're gonna have to be ready to get bloodied. But the best way would be for you guys to go have fun somewhere else."
you could tell that you've swayed no one, but you have brought some attention upon yourselves. As like a couple of them are like doing some hand signals, and like I don't know, at least 3 of them are like beelining it straight for you. And
I think at that point, Gnosis is going to fire a shot at whoever sent that order.
okay, maybe remind me of that. I don't want to like do any combat stuff because I'll forget. Because we'll probably push pause here so that Loyal can be here to rip some skulls off of these guys. Or not. I don't know. Like, I don't know how you guys will resolve this. Now, remember, you know,
Yep.
Decima did say, like, ideally,
Yeah.
you know, it wouldn't come to bloodshed, but, you know, if you have to, you have to. And really, like, her goal of sending you guys here was, A, yes,
Prevent bloodshed.
to defend Sarvola, but also B, figure out who is manipulating these guys into action, who's organizing, because these like Val, you just said, this isn't random. Like, we're all pissed off that the sinkhole is here and we think that Sarvola's after it. Sarvola's pretty popular within Thistlehold. He's maybe unpopular with just like really the church. And so like there is somebody that's orchestrating this, and that's what she really wants. But maybe we'll
Can I
figure that out.
can I try to do a pitch before we roll this out? See if perhaps we can avoid killing people. And I think that Val would say, "Hey guys, we really are 3 blocks away from the city guard's barracks, and Captain Talius will certainly know about this, and he will not be happy. So
Strangely
how
enough,
about
you invoking the town guard seems to not sway them at all.
okay?
Dun, dun,
Well,
dun.
There's obviously that piece of coordination that seems like they'd taken care of already.
Yeah, and I feel like Gnosis is the type that he kind of stood back so that he could get a shot off before anybody actually got a hit on his friends.
Yeah.
So
And I
Little bit of that,
absolutely will
yeah.
let you take that first shot. Just remind me next time. I just don't want to.
yeah.
We'll do it, and then
Yeah.
I'll forget. Like, this guy's damaged or whatever. Yeah. But you'll get your free shot in, and then we'll go into the turn order.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I hate to do that, guys. I don't want to be the one who's causing it as a fight and not a conversation.
I
just think at this
think it's
point, it's
happening.
not a conversation.
I don't
yeah.
think it's a conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah, whenever
yeah,
there's a
no.
It's
mob,
happening.
it's not gonna be good.
It's very clearly, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to see this guy burn, right? He doesn't. So.
I mean, the building is made of wood, so if they set it on fire, it's gonna burn. So
Then that damn kid's gonna be trying to put it out with his little stick. It's not working. It's just on fire.
It is corrupted.
Explodiamos.
Yes,
We better not drop Trow. We're gonna see he has a tail, man. That's the
Oh.
most corrupted kid in all Symbaroum.
He just put
He
a
was
death
casting
curse.
this whole time.
Yeah, there's a death curse on Gretel. Sorry.
Sorry.
I
Sorry.
feel weird, guys.
Oh, you didn't know what I was doing.
Well, fun times. Like I think we did a lot without Loyal, and I think Loyal would have done exactly that. He would have showed you that note and been like, "What the hell do we do with this?" And yeah.
Yep.
So, next time we play, I think it's going to be probably not till July something, right? July 9th will probably be the next time because we're skipping next time.
Yeah, the 9th.
So
Oh, that's right.
it ended on a weird note for a month break, but whatever. Well, at least you get some action to look forward to. You don't have to
Yeah.
look over your shoulder the entire session and wonder who's on whose side and all that. So
That's just this game, isn't it?
yeah, it is. I mean, yeah, you find out each faction has like 3 or 4 different ways that you could look at them, because who's your friend within that faction really matters a little bit. So anyway, hopefully it was a good time, and yeah,
fun.
we'll pick it up next time, and we'll see.
If we
where it
die.
goes. If you die, or if someone burns, better hope he's got insurance.
Oh,
Probably doesn't.
no, most likely not.
Yeah, the insurance will deny it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Deny.
Sorry.
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 Well, if anyone's out there hanging out, come join our Discord server. Great place to find people to play games with and such. Lots of games happening in the channel that aren't necessarily streamed, so you can come in and jump there. Yeah, Casey's there. He's running Dungeon of the Mad Mage right now, so there's some 5e. I saw Adrian was posting up Star Wars game. I think there's like a Sunday night game too. I think is a D&D game. So lots of things happening. So yeah, join that, and we will see you in 2 weeks. 4 weeks. Sorry, 4 weeks. Have a good night. We'll see you soon.
Au revoir.